Good morning, students. Today's the day to reteach some difficult information from last week for most of you. So we were talking about balancing chemical equations. First thing we'll do is just write an equation up here and help you remember to what the different items in the equation are called. We'll do a basic equation of how water is formed. So, of course, this side we have the reactants, the hydrogen plus the oxygen. On the right side of the arrow, not a very good arrow, we have water. That's where the products are. Another piece to remember, this side here, this 2 is a coefficient, we call it, similar to what you have hopefully used in math. Coefficient. Coefficient tells us the number of molecules. Alright. Now this little subscript, because it's written below the line, in this O2, the subscript, a subscript tells us number of atoms. So in this case, using those definitions, on the reactant side, there are 2 molecules of hydrogen. There are 2 atoms of oxygen there. And not to confuse anything, but there's 2 atoms of hydrogen here, 2 molecules of hydrogen. So when totaling it up, if you can remember, if you multiply the coefficient times the subscript, you know that there are 4 atoms total of hydrogen on that side. Okay. Now, making sure that this equation is balanced is very important. Very important to understand how to do it. And then we'll look at one together that we can balance together. So first, best thing I've known to do, thank you Mr. Lester, is to draw fun little boxes here. So, again, when we multiply 2 coefficient times 2 subscript, we get 4. So you draw 4 H's here. H, 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 H. So we have 4 H's. Oxygen, we draw another box. We draw a box for each molecule in the reactants and the product side. So on oxygen, we have 2 oxygens, just like that. On the product side, we have 2 different elements, so they're all in one box, but they are here, and it's good, I forgot, it's good to draw a line in between so you'll know which is the reactant, which is the product side. Okay, so the hydrogen is 2 times 2, so we have 4 hydrogens, 4, 2, and you see on oxygen there is no subscript, and when there is not one, it's kind of like x to the first power in math. We don't write the 1 because it's just weird. So 2 times 1, we have 2 oxygens. So we look at the reactant side, we have 4 hydrogens. Product side, we have 4 hydrogens. So hydrogens are balanced. Check. Oxygens, look at oxygens. There's 2 on this side. There's 2 on this side, so the oxygens are also balanced. So this equation is entirely balanced. Remember, the only way you can alter an equation once it's written is by adding coefficients. You may not add subscripts ever because it changes what the chemical actually is. Okay, so let's look at a fresh one. And then you'll get to go practice some more on Canvas. So let's look at this equation together. If we have sodium plus magnesium fluoride yields sodium fluoride. Well, let's start over, children. Okay. Quickly. We'll go horizontal. I hope you can see all this. Alright. Sodium plus magnesium fluoride yields sodium fluoride plus magnesium. Need longer arms here. Okay, first thing I need to do is draw this line in between. We're going to see if we can balance this or not. So initially we have one sodium, of course. Magnesium fluoride here is the second reactant. We have one magnesium, we have two fluorides. On the product side, we have sodium fluoride, one sodium, one fluoride. On the end over here, we have a magnesium all by itself. Okay. Now the best way to do this is just to look through. I'm going to give some space right here in case we need to write a coefficient here. Sodium fluoride plus magnesium. Okay. Alright, so let's look at one at a time. Sodium, we have one sodium. We have one sodium. So sodium looks good. Over here we have one magnesium. We have one magnesium. That also looks good. Fluoride, we have two on this side, but we only have one over here. So that's a problem. So fluorine is the problem right now. So the only way to make two on this side, you cannot add a subscript, because that makes it incorrect, but you can add a coefficient. So the best way to figure this out is to put a coefficient of 2 here in front of sodium fluoride. So now we can increase this box size. So we have 2 sodiums on this side, and now we have 2 fluorides on that side. Okay, so let's go back and double check. We have one sodium, we have 2 sodiums. That's a problem. Okay, so we know we need to come back and fix sodium. How can we fix sodium? Can we put a subscript? Absolutely not. Put a coefficient of 2 in front of your sodium. Now we have a sodium here and a sodium there. Let's look at one element at a time now. Now 2 Na, so that's 2. This side we have 2 Na, 2 sodiums. Here we have one magnesium. We still have one magnesium. That's good. And we have 2 fluorides over here. And now we have 2 fluorides over here. This equation is balanced. Remember, balancing only allows you to add a coefficient. You must never add a subscript to any equation that you've been given. Thank you.